Western Conference time for the traveling Toronto Raptors today. And here it comes. And nothing tips off a broadcast like... Well, DA hitting the reset button can be a painful process. As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and the really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols and his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't. You're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest cannot be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job of managing the bodies of their players.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. They've got Richardson, also Lowry out there. The machine is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. We're about 1 minute into the first. Now here's Leonard. Tight defense on him. And stolen by Gordon. Grant with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
And Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Grant against Lowry. Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Siakam. Pass to the machine. Stolen by Grant. To the inside. Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Hey, and we all know Gordon's a terrific jammer. He loves throwing it down.
It's stolen by Vucevic. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Grant against Lowry. No good from Grant.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Inside, here's Vucevic. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
It's obvious down in the paint is where Vucevic is most comfortable, just utilizing his size and strength against anybody who tries to defend him.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And our third month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. Taking a look at Boston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And for the Raptors, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds, magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Gordon. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. And Aaron Gordon takes the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Raptors with the lead.
We take a look here at Evan Fournier, mostly out there for offense, guys. Has a good deep game as he has impressive career numbers from the 3 line. For the amount he scores as a wing player, I think he's pretty efficient.
Grant the pass to Gordon. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Gordon's got 6 points.
Outstanding concentration that time from Gordon. So good at staying focused on the basket, even when the defense is on it.
Here's the machine. And it's Horny with the rebound.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Richardson kicks to Siakam. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Pass to the machine. From 8. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. Now, here's Grant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fournier in the corner. Lays it up and banks it in.
Defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid as going despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element. Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Grant gets a wide open look. Orlando with a fresh 24. Misses off the left eye.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
So for Toronto right now, Poitras is out there with the machine. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Lowry in at the 1.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The machine in the last game against the Celtics was outstanding. He had 55 points and was his usual self at the defensive end, too. Out of block shots, something we're accustomed to. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet scuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Lowry passes to the machine. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Vucevic. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Orlando.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Here's Grant, and it's blocked. Leonard looking around. The shot's good from the machine.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now recovering. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And here in Orlando, the Magic are the only pro team in town. You can tell that the fans want a winner badly.
Well, they show up consistently, even through the tough and lean times. And they've come close a few times in the history of this franchise, but have never quite gotten over that hump. They've had some stars and elite teams in the past, but the long-term success just hasn't been sustained.
Leonard kicks to Richardson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And I tell you, the excitement starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
Look at the machine. Right now he leads in the East, getting plenty of balance with his name on it. And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Now here's Vucevic. D right on him. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Outside Lowry. Outside Leonard. Here's the 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Kicks it to Vucevic. He tries for 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Now recovering. And yep, and the drop set rolling around the rim. Raptors leading by 5. Richardson the pass to the Machine. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. .122 left in the first half. 6 to shoot. Grant outside. Out of hand on it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Some changes for Toronto. Valanciunas comes in for Pascal Siakam, and Anunoby subbed in for Leonard. Gentry, Frazier covering. To the paint. Sinks it, and the shot from the Machine. The Machine's got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic trail by 9. Grant the pass to O'Gallagher Jr. Grant outside. Pass to O'Gallagher Jr. Outside Gordon. 4 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Fournier stepped in for Orlando. Off the inbound pass. Kept alive.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding. And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check. Another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Another miss by Orlando. And here's Toronto. They're on a 14-2 run here. Here's the Machine, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Outside Fournier, 17-foot, an amazing shot, just barely beat the buzz. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from the Machine.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Grant, and it's Lawrence in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Vucevic. Grant kicks to Fournier. Five on the clock. From deep, and it's Toronto with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Vucevic missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Now with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Look at the machine, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Grant kicks to Fournier. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. He always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Lowry against Grant from deep. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Yeah, and the confidence really at a high level. Very impressive. They feel like this game is theirs, dominating right now.
Bob pass to Gordon.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Lowry. Vucevic with the block.
Hey, that expansive reach of Vucevic's really helps him on the defensive end. He uses that length to really bother the confidence of shooters.
The machine outside for Lowry. Just 3 to shoot. It's stolen by Vucevic. The pass to Fournier. Back to Grant. Pass to Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Off target with his 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Toronto calls timeout. Mark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herbert.
The Magic trail by 11. Here's O'Gallagher Jr.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Toronto's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Richardson against Fournier. Back to Anunoby. To the middle. Here's the machine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Pascal Siakam comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Lowry in for Richardson. And that one is good from O'Gallagher Jr.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Lowry finds Valanciunas. Down low. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
44 seconds left to play here in the third. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. The Magic making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Raptors leading by 11. Here's the machine. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And that's now 25 points for the machine.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Pass to O'Gallagher Jr. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Here's Grant. That's tipped. And so it's Toronto with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. He's out there with the machine. And it's Lowry in at the 1. To the middle. Here's the machine. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Kevin, it's nice to see Lowry dish the rock. I mean, I enjoy watching him pass the ball because he's got a nice feel for when to get it to his guys for an open shot.
Orlando moving the ball around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. They'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. And it's Lowry penetrating, and he banks in the layup. And the Raptors lead by 16.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
O'Gallagher Jr. passes to Grant. There's the pass to Lawrence. Here's O'Gallagher Jr. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Count that bucket. 31 points for the machine.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Outside Fournier. Just 4 to shoot. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Toronto calls timeout. The Magic trail by 18. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. In the early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s, plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
Lowry passes to the machine. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Fournier on the wing. Grant kicks to Vucevic. Pass to O'Gallagher Jr. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors leading by 16. Pass to the machine. And the basket is good. The machine's got 16 points here in the second half.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Outside Fournier. Now here's Vucevic, guarded closely. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
Quite honestly, Vucevic is one of the most aggressive and best rebounders in the association.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Here's Gentry. And Leonard gets it to go. And the Raptors lead by 18.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Vucevic down low. From 12 feet out. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. You got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt with big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check. And it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, the Machine.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range the last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out.
I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Grant kicks to Gordon. Passes to Fournier. Grant outside. Over Lowry. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
The shot's good from the Machine.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard. Envision them losing this lead.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 17. 1:58 left in the fourth. .158 left in the fourth quarter. Fournier against Richardson. Fournier finds Vucevic, trying his luck deep. The Magic again can't hit. Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 17. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Raptors leading by 17. Now off the inbound, and the shot goes in from Siakam.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Here's Vucevic. The Magic again can't hit. Raptors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Toronto.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the Machine.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
Here's Gordon. Rebounded by Poitras. Toronto with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run goal. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. Fires from 14. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Ooh, that was a good game, man.
Yep, good game, baby.